What's up guys, Jonny May here and welcome to this week's Quick Tip where I'm going to teach you a beautiful jazz arrangement of the classic Christmas tune, All I Want for Christmas Is You. This is a very popular tune by the artist Mariah Carey, and if you know the tune, it's in a very pop style. Right? And so how do you take it from this pop style into more of a jazz style? Well, that's what I'm going to teach you in today's lesson. We're going to work through the melody, I'm going to show you the basic chords, but more importantly, I'm going to show you how you can spice up these chords a little bit to make it sound like a beautiful jazz arrangement. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, first I want to play through the arrangement so you can hear what it sounds like, and then I'm going to break it down for you note by note. So here's the full arrangement. So as you can see, it's not terribly hard to play. So let's start with the beginning, and what I did is I created a little intro using kind of the end of the first verse. So when she gets to the end and she sings, "All I want for Christmas is you, baby," we're gonna take that melody and we're gonna do it in this kind of jazz ballad style. Okay, you hear that melody? All right, so let's break down this arrangement. We're gonna start with this beautiful line. Ah, gorgeous. Just harmonizing the melody with thirds. So I have like F sharp and A, B, F sharp and A, down to the E and the G, okay? My left hand, I'm jumping from a G up to an F sharp and a B. Okay, this is called a G major 7 chord. It's a very cool way to make a G major chord sound a little more jazzy, to add this 7th to it, a G major 7. So we have, and then, ooh, that is gorgeous. So this is like an E minor 7, then it goes to a really hip E7 chord. So right hand, A and F sharp, B, A and F sharp, down to the G and the E. Okay, real simple, these are like little 6 intervals. Left hand, E and D, it's kind of a chord shell on an E minor 7, but then I jump up to the G sharp and the D, making it an E dominant 7 chord. So this is like a secondary dominant chord. It's going to get you to your 2 chord in the key of G, which is A. So we have, boom, okay? Now there's a really cool crunch here, the G and the G sharp. This is actually intended to make this an E7 with a sharp 9 there, okay? Really nice sound. And then we have, this is lovely, okay? This is an A minor 7. I'm doing a little 6th interval here, D and B, so then like a little 5th, which is back down to the D and the B. Left hand, which is a nice little chord shell on the A minor 7. This is a 2 chord, so you got A and G. I'm hitting what are called guide tones here, the G and the C. It's the 3rd and the 7th of the chord. And then this gorgeous chord, I love this one. So cool. This is actually called a D13 sus 4, okay? So it's like a D7, but we're adding the 9 and the 13 to the chord, and then we're suspending it, okay? So that's actually the chord we're playing, but we're kind of spreading the notes out, okay? You see that? And then we resolve it to a beautiful D7 with a flat 9. This is called a chord alteration. It's a note that you can add to your dominant 7 chords. So once more, this is measure 2. And you can roll the chord. Notice how I start on the bottom, bring it up. There's my D7 flat 9, and then you can do a little run. Basically, I'm just playing the notes of a D7 flat 9 up the piano. I'm just using one hand like this. You could use two hands. For example, you could start on the A like this and go two finger on your index on your left hand like that. It's kind of up to you how you want to play the run. All right, before I teach you the verse, if you are enjoying this video, please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more videos just like this. All right, we are to the verse and we start with this beautiful line. Okay, basically my right hand's just playing the single note melody, bum, 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 kind of outlining like a G major 7 chord. And then on the D chord, I'm just harmonizing the melody with the C, doing a little slip note up to the F sharp from the E. You see that? So I'm grabbing the E up to the F sharp and then bringing the melody down, E, D. Okay, very simple. Okay. The left hand is actually what makes this sound really magical. Listen to these left hand chords. Right? So I'm grabbing like a G major on the bottom, an open root 5th, G, D. Here's my chord shell or my guide tones, F sharp and B, and then a beautiful D7 sus4, D, G, C, and then I resolve it to like a D7. Okay, so once more, open 5th, guide tones, D7 sus4, D7, okay? So put your hands together, we'll go slow. Left hand, D7 sus4, D7, makes sense. Next line. Oh, love that last chord at the end there. Okay, so start with the right hand. Got the little B pivot, harmonizing in thirds the melody. So F sharp and A, coming down thirds, okay? Thirds again, right? G to F sharp. And then we have a D7, okay? Harmonizing the melody G with the C. And then, again, beautiful chord here. We have E, A, and E in the right hand, okay? So once more in the right hand. Does that make sense? So you can practice that. The left hand is what really kind of locks it together. We've got G and D on the bottom. There are my chord shells again. D and C, this is a chord shell on a D7 chord. And then an F and a B. These are the guide tones on your G7 chord, okay? So let's put the hands together, we'll go slow. Left hand. And then the D7. And then this is the beautiful chord. You can even roll this chord if you want, okay? Next measure. Very simple, right hand's pretty much playing single notes on the melody. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Does that make sense? We are harmonizing the B on the top with the E, okay? Left hand, nice low C, G here, nice open 5th chord up to the guide tones, the E and the B, that's the 3rd and the 7th. And then the same thing up to the C, up to the guide tones. So hands together, we'll go slow. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Next measure. Pretty simple. Right hand's just playing the melody C, E flat, G, A. Then we're harmonizing the B flat with the E flat. And then we're coming down with a slip note on the F. So E flat to F, back down to the E flat, okay? Left hand, we're playing a C minor 7. So we're going C up to E flat and B flat. And then to an F7. That's F on the bottom up to E flat and A, okay? So putting the hands together, we'll go slow. 1 and a, 2 and a, and then 3 and then 4 and a. All right, you're doing a great job. The next 4 measures is very similar to the last 4 measures. So we're gonna start. Okay, again, very similar to the last 4 measures. So right hand, B little pivot, harmonizing the melody, F sharp and A, coming down in thirds, again in thirds, okay? And then we have, again, just harmonizing the G melody with the C, slip note up to the F sharp, and then single note melody, E, D, okay? And once more, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, and a. Left hand sounds great. Basically single note G on the bottom, up to the guide tones, F sharp and B. D7 sus4 to the D7. Okay, here are the hands together, nice and slow. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. Next measure. Okay, again playing the single note melody, G, B, D, F sharp, harmonizing the G with the C, F sharp, and then again that beautiful G13 chord, E, A, E in the right hand. Okay, down to a single note D. Okay, left hand, open fifth, they're the guide tones. Then we're gonna go D7, root 7, up to the F and the B. This is the third and the 7 of our G7 chord. Okay, so here are the hands together, we'll go slow. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. Next measure. Very simple, it's a C major 7, harmonizing the melody with the E, the third of the chord. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3. Basically, anytime we hit the B, we've got the E on the bottom. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. That's just the simple melody. Left hand, we have C and G on the bottom, up to the guide tones, E and B, and then C, again, up to the E and the B. Okay? Let's put the hands together. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. And then the next measure. It's really nice. So right hand, we've got the melody, kind of a C minor, outlining the notes, to A, and then it's an F7. I've got the B flat harmonized with the E flat. There's the A, and then slip note up to the F from the E flat. Okay. Left hand, we're just playing a simple C minor 7 chord, root up to the third 7, then the F7, root up to the third and the 7, inverted. Okay, hands together, 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. All right, we're getting close to the end. Here are the next few measures. Love this sound here. Okay, melody, basically single note melody, right? G, A, F sharp, B, and then, okay, I'm harmonizing a B7, okay? So I've got the A and the E in the right hand, F sharp, D sharp, and A. Left hand, I'm just jumping from the G major 7 chord up to the guide tones, F sharp and B. The B7, jumping up to the guide tones, A and D sharp. Okay, again, it's just a B dominant 7 chord. Hands together, we'll go slow. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. Next measure. Love that passing chord there. So we're on an E minor 7. That's the G and the D in the right hand. Single note A, F sharp, D, and then E and B, F sharp, E flat by itself, and then we're going to grab the A under it to harmonize our C minor 6 chord. Okay? Left hand, we're going to go chord shell on the E minor 7 up to the guide tones, G and D, and then back to our E minor 7 to a little C minor 6 in first inversion. Okay? E flat on the bottom, C on the top. Okay? Here are the hands together. We'll go slow. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. All right, our next measure. Love this sound here. This is a G major in second inversion. Right hand is playing single note melody, D, E, and then we have G, D, all single notes until we get to our beautiful E7 chord. We have D, F, and C. Okay, this is called an E7, flat 13, flat 9. You've got a flat 13 and a flat 9. These are called chord alterations. So here's the right hand again. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. Now the left hand, G major second inversion, grabbing some chord tones here to our E7 root, and we're going to grab the guide tones here, the 3 and the 7. You could also put the 7th on the bottom for the first one, and then to the guide tones. Right here, the hands together, we'll go slow. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Next measure. Okay, for this one, it's an A minor 7. I'm harmonizing the melody, the B, with some chord tones on the A minor 7 chord. So C, E, and B. So we have 1, 2, that's the A, and then G, E. Really beautiful. This is an E flat melody. I'm going to put a C on the bottom to match our D7 chord. Melody A, and then melody B. Okay, so that's the right hand. Left hand, chord shells on the A minor 7. Guide tones, G and C, and then we're going to go to our D7 chord. This is our chord shell, root 7, up to our guide tones, F sharp and C. Okay, hands together, we'll go slow. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Now here's the really cool thing. The next 2 measures are the exact same thing that you played at the very beginning of this tune. Because if you recall, the intro of this tune was the end of the verse. So the next part goes. That's the exact same thing that you learned earlier. So I'll do a quick review on this. We have our little thirds on the top. Okay, E minor 7. There's that E7 sharp 9. And then our D7 sus4. Roll it down to a D7 flat 9. Now from here, you're going to actually go back and repeat starting from measure 4 in the lesson sheet music. You're going to play the entire thing again, and then when you get to the end of measure 16, you're going to take the second ending here. And for the second ending, it's very similar. We have same thing, but we're just going to end the tune. And so for the final chord, I like to play a little G6 like this, B, D, E, and G. Nice root 5th on the bottom, and then you could put a little button at the end, a little low G. All right, next we're going to play the full arrangement at a slow tempo so you can see exactly how the hands come together. But before we do this, if you want to do a deep dive on how to take a Christmas tune or a holiday tune, and you want to take the lead sheet, the melody, and the chords, and you want to turn it into any jazz style you want, we have some great courses on this topic. We have Hark the Herald Angels Sing, Greensleeves, or What Child Is This? And It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. We have courses for all playing levels, and we really go through the arranging process, how to take the basic melody and do all kinds of cool things to it, add fills, runs, beautiful harmony notes. I'll put a link to those courses below. All right, it's time to play the melody at a slow tempo. The goal here is to make sure you're playing the correct notes and the correct rhythms, lining your hands up correctly, and then we'll do it at the full tempo. Okay, I'll count you off, and here we go. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and slow it down. Here's the run. Little pause here, and we come in with the melody. Here it is. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and All right, great work. The last thing we're gonna do is play this at full tempo with the backing track. And by the way, this lesson comes with a downloadable backing track. I'll put a link to that below. And before we start, I just wanna mention that when we start the tune, for the backing track version, we're not gonna slow down here and play the run, meaning we're just gonna play each of these chords and then we're gonna jump right into the verse. So you ready for this? Let's do it. 2, here we go. Right into the melody. This is going to repeat. You're going to play the entire tune again, and then when you get to the end of measure 16, you're going to play this little ending, and then you can end on your G chord like this, and put the little button on the end like that. Hey, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this lesson, please let me know in the comments. Also, be sure to check out pianowithjonny.com. We have over 1,000 step-by-step lessons for all playing levels where you'll learn your favorite songs, styles, and how to improvise at the piano. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.